Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Secrets of a Witch podcast with me, Sabrina Scott. On this podcast, I talk about life, love, spirituality, witchcraft, tarot, healing from trauma, mindset, manifestation, and having a good life. One thing that a lot of people maybe are avoiding is the fact that we are all responsible for how our life goes. We're not responsible for what we were born into or what happened to us, but we are absolutely responsible for what we do with it. And whether or not we choose to heal, to move on, how we choose to contribute to society as a whole, what art we decide to make, how we treat other people, and the hopefully positive ripples of change that we can create in the world and the lives of people we know. So, hello, you guys. It's been a minute. It's been like a month since I've done a podcast episode. I apologize for that. Um, I've been busy. It's been a lot. A little bit of PhD stuff and a little bit of book stuff. I got all of the copies of my handmade risograph first edition limited run of 150. They are shipped out to everyone who supported the Kickstarter that I ran last October. And I'm just so glad that those are finally in people's hands. I'm going to be doing a book talk on the Sunday. Uh, what day is it? Sunday, September 14th. And so if you do want to attend the book talk where I will be talking all about the book and how I made it and what inspired me to make it, I would love to have you there. It does cost a few bucks. So if you are interested in that, you can hit me up in whatever kind of way you want to. You can buy a ticket with a risograph edition of the book over on the Kickstarter, linked on my website. I do not have linked on my website just yet, but I will be doing that probably the next few days. The brand new second edition, which has finally been released on Amazon. So that is the digital printing that is available to everybody. And I'm just so excited for it to be more widespread in its availability because this book, Bodymagic, I've been working on for, oh my God, like 8 years. And it's I think my most powerful book yet. Everyone kind of keeps saying that about every single book I write, but this one really is the words coming up for me is like it's a bit of a doozy, like, but in a good way. It is really vulnerable, it's really emotional, it's really raw, it's really honest, and it is ultimately also really hopeful, even though the things I talk about in Body Magic are really dark. I talk about childhood trauma, I talk about growing up in a kind of wacky family. Wacky is a bit maybe not the right word, but if you know, you know, and dealing with sexual assault as a young adult, my early 20s. And I think a lot of people, if they're honest with themselves, have been through stuff, you know. A lot of us have been through bad stuff. And a lot of us might like to pretend that we haven't and might be ashamed of it, or, we might still be in the muck, in the mud, feeling like crap, feeling hopeless, feeling sad, feeling dejected, feeling disappointed, feeling deep sorrow. And we might sometimes think that there is no future. And one of my main intentions with this book was to really hammer home for folks who need it that you can heal. There is a future that is possible. You don't have to carry your pain with you your entire life. And the book, Body Magic, is my story of how I overcame that. And I've been through a lot of shit, as y'all know, but I honestly don't think about it anymore. It does not affect my day. It doesn't affect my thought process. I don't get triggered. Like I'm all good. Like people who meet me now are like, hold on, what? You went through what? And they almost like can't believe it because I'm so like bubbly and chill and just like normal. And I don't mean normal in like a weird way. You know what I mean? Like basically, I am living proof that you don't have to carry on your trauma forever. And actually, your trauma does not have to ruin your life. And you can get to a point where your trauma no longer really impacts your life. It's possible. I got there. And a big part of that for me has been witchcraft and magic and spirituality. And in Body Magic, I talk about that. The subtitle of the book is a graphic novel about witchcraft, trauma, and healing. And I know a lot of people come to witchcraft because they want to heal, because they want to reclaim power over their lives. And it's really effective for helping us do that. And obviously not all witches like have their shit sorted out, so that's a thing. But it can be a really good tool, a support system for helping us begin to sort out our shit, so to speak. And so I really do hope that y'all pick up the book. It's on Amazon, Body Magic, Sabrina Scott. Look it up, grab it. It will be there for you. And yeah, I hope you get it. I'm sure I will be talking about it more in the coming moments. I think I'll probably be thinking up some workshops or master classes or something around these topics of creativity and trauma and how do you work with art and drawing and writing and whatever it is to kind of work through this, which obviously I did with this book. It was really cathartic, I think, in a way to get this out. It's scary to release 'cause it's really vulnerable, but we're going to do it. We're doing it. And what else I want to say about that? Yeah, please just grab the book. I think if you're a human, you will get something out of it. If you don't like it, give it to somebody. But honestly, the feedback I've got so far, most people, it makes them cry, or at least it hits them really hard, which is exactly what I want. If art doesn't make you feel anything, then what the fuck is the point? Is very much how I feel about the books that I make, at least the graphic novels that I make. They are supposed to make you feel stuff. And this book is 3 times as long as Witchbody, which, if you don't know, is my basically my manifesto about what is witchcraft and why is it relevant to people who live in a city. So anyway, enough about that. Please do grab the book. And what else do I want to talk about? We are in eclipse season, my friends. I'm so fucking stoked for that. And I just want to talk about that a little bit today, actually. And I apologize for being MIA last month. Too much was going on. So let's get into it. Eclipse season. We're starting eclipse season tomorrow or today, depending on when you're listening to this, or maybe it was a few days ago, depending on when you're listening to this. I'm recording this on a Saturday. The eclipse is Sunday. September 7th. I believe it is a total lunar eclipse. I am fucking excited. And then, of course, we've got another eclipse. I think this one is partial on the 21st, I believe, of September, followed by the equinox. Hello, autumn equinox on the 22nd, if I'm getting my dates right. Hopefully I am. Pretty much that's the deal, more or less. And so a lot of people, I've seen this on social media, a lot of folks are freaking out about the eclipses. They're like, hide under your bed, don't do any manifestation work. Eclipses are to be feared and not worked with. And to all of that, I say that's complete BS. My disclaimer on this is do what you want. I really don't care. If you're someone who believes that eclipses are doom and gloom and you don't want to work with them because they're bad luck or something, go off, do your thing. I don't give a shit, whatever. But in my opinion, eclipses are fucking awesome. And I know some people are afraid of staring at the eclipse. They think it's bad vibes. Personally, I will look right in the eyeballs of any and every eclipse in my vicinity. I love eclipses, as y'all know who have been here for a while. I did go see Totality, the total solar eclipse. I don't know what it was. The one that was a bit ago, last year or the year before. I don't know. What is time? Anyway, eclipses are awesome. And in my opinion, if we are witchy, if we are doing magic, if we are working with the vibes, eclipses pack a fucking wallop of energy. They pack a wallop of fucking vibes. And so, if you're a witch and in your magical practice, you're raising energy, right? You're summoning energy. You're directing it towards your goals. Why the fuck not work with these energies that are already, moving and shaking in the world. Why not just buy a surfboard and fucking surf the waves of the eclipse energy? The energy is happening anyway. Why not work with it rather than fight against it? Why not just work with it and allow that energy to push us forward closer towards our goals, dreams, and visions? I mean, why not? The energy is there to work with. That is the beauty of it. And so for this eclipse season, my homework for y'all is to embrace the energy, run towards it, work with it, get curious, get excited. Do not get scared and fearful and avoidant. This energy is beautiful, and we can work with it to create massive positive change in our lives in whatever which way you want to, right? And I really do think these moments are so powerful and potent and cataclysmic in a good way. And they could be these moments of release. They could be moments of summoning. They could be moments of creation, manifestation, intention setting, huge energies. So work with it. At the very least, set your intention. At the very least, write a list of where you want to be going. What kind of life do you want to live? Where do you want to end up? And make a list of what the hell it is you're going to do today, step by step by step, to get you closer to that place that you want to be. I mean, what else are you going to be doing? Watching Netflix? Putting on some like stupid movie? And don't get me wrong, I love the occasional Netflix. I love the occasional stupid movie. But I do think a lot of the time we are fucking depleting our brain cells by spending so much time being consumers of random media. Why not work with the eclipses to be creators of our own beautiful, miraculous lives? I mean, why not? If you're not too sure how to work with this energy, as y'all know, I don't love telling people exactly what to do. I would rather give y'all the tools to figure out what the fuck it is you want and to create your own rituals. Uh, Hilariously, I'm actually working on a book of rituals right now. I'm thinking of doing a little Kickstarter for it next month, so keep your eyeballs peeled. Um, but regardless, ritual is not a one size fits all thing. It needs to be unique to you, right? So as you're thinking of what to do with this eclipse season, go back to yourself. What is it that you want? What is it about yourself that you need to change? What is it about yourself that you need to either do more of or stop doing entirely? Get really honest with yourself. Eclipses can help us shed our skin. It can help us take off the glasses that are, maybe whatever wacky color that is impacting our vision, perhaps negatively, perhaps too positively. Eclipses can help us have a sober look at who we are, what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, where we're going. And they can also help us, if we work with this energy, they can help us course correct, right? Because it's not too late to do that ever. It's not too late to course correct. And this is part of why I love witchcraft and magic and working with the land and the seasons and the wheel of the year as it turns, is we've always got this opportunity to look at our life with fresh eyes, to look at our life, our being, our thoughts, our feelings, our actions, and to look at it and ask ourselves, is this working for me? What can I do differently? And notice how this is not fucking about other people. This is about you. What can you do to make change? What can you do differently? There is a radical responsibility that eclipses, I think, force us to take in our lives. We can blame others and we can do magic on others. But I feel like that is like honestly a cop out, and I feel like that shit always fails and is gonna bite you in the ass, and it's also not fucking effective at the end of the day. So if you are someone who is finding yourself in this loop of complaining about this or worrying about that, the question this eclipse season becomes, what can I do differently? And that question does not come from a place of shame. It comes from a place of curiosity, radical responsibility, sovereignty of the self, and an acknowledgement that we are so powerful and we can create positive, lasting change in our lives. This is something I think many people just decide to pretend is not true, but it is true. It is 100% true. We can create change. You can create change. When we work magic with the eclipses, it becomes a little bit easier to create change. We become the surfer riding the height of these big, powerful waves. We allow the power of the eclipses to elevate us and move us forward. And so I'm going to leave you with that inspiration for the eclipse season. And I hope your eclipse tomorrow is fucking awesome. Go look at it, go look outside, check out the vibes, do your prayers, play your tarot cards, light a candle, do a ritual, take a bath, set your intentions, work with the energy. Don't waste it. This energy is amazing. All right. I'll talk about the next one later. And also, I'll talk about the equinox later. But we are in the eclipse fucking season portal. Do it. Do the things. This is not the time to be complacent. This is not the time to be dejected. It's not the time to be pessimistic. This is a time of taking control over our lives, making choices, taking action, and claiming our power. All right, my loves, that is it for now. I also want to let y'all know I am booking tarot readings for not next week, but the week after. Also, I do have some coaching spots available. Interestingly, I've been working 100% with men lately. Very interesting. All of my tarot clients lately have been women, and all of my coaching one-on-one clients have been men. Very interesting split in my practice right now, and I'm absolutely loving working with more men. So if you are of any sex or gender, I honestly don't mind. Please hit me up if you find my perspective interesting, if you think I can help you or guide you through some of the things that you are going through, whether that is in life, love, business, your spiritual practice, whatever it happens to be. Help me help you. Hit me up and we'll sort it out. And that is it for now. My website is sabrinamscott.com. You can say hello over on Instagram at Sabrina M. Scott. And if you want to pop me an email, you can do so at ceo@sabrinamscott.com. And I will chat with y'all very, very soon. Take care and enjoy the eclipse. And don't forget to pick up a copy of my new book, Bodymagic, over on Amazon. All right, y'all, talk to you soon. Bye.